taking you to lotteries, letting you know what's happening. It's been regulated. Again, Lagos takes the lead. Let's see what we bring to you. And we're here today with the CEO, Mr. Bashir Arek. Good day to you, and thank you for having us today.
Good afternoon, sir.
First of all, is it illegal to, like you say, you're about tatete, or is lottery tete? Let's have a clear understanding of what lottery
I mean,
is.
from the beginning of time, lottery and alcohol were just a free-for-all service that has been offered to the various community globally, on a community by community basis. But due to abuses, so government at different community, at different locations, different country decided to control it, and that's why the regulation came about. So in Lagos State and in every state in Nigeria, most states in Nigeria, gambling is legal.
Most states in Nigeria,
Most states.
it is legal to.
Because the Supreme Court and the Constitution of Nigeria has clarified that it is the state that has the power to regulate. So the state can decide to make it legal, and it can decide to make it illegal.
Okay.
Yes.
So as it stands now in Lagos, for example, gambling is or lotteries. Or okay, is there a difference between lotteries and gambling?
Okay. Vocabulary evolves based on time, innovations, environment, and community. So right now, the industry is called gaming industry.
Okay.
And gaming came out of entertainment. So lottery, sport betting,
Yes.
casino,
Okay.
virtual gaming, they are all subset of gaming. So, and people wage money, time, and resources in expectation of an outcome, which could be monetary or otherwise.
Okay. So when it comes to our country, Nigeria, and our state in Lagos, are there rules governing gaming? Because maybe I have interest in it. My dad used to do it, and I have a knowledge of it. Is this something I can just start?
Yes, you can start, but you have to get a license or a permit, depending on what type of gaming you want to involve with.
Okay.
For example, if you want to do physical casino in Lagos State, we have to inspect the location. We have to make sure it is appropriate. We have to make sure it's not beside schools, where it is not exposed to underage populace. If it is online betting, you have to apply for license. If it is public online lottery, you have to apply for license.
So it means that when it comes to gaming, it is capital intensive.
Definitely.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a bit about that. What are the categories of investment that is required when you're talking about gaming? What do I need to do? I mean, in terms of volume of money that is required.
Okay, it depends on what we require is that you have to pay the license fee, which ranges between 20 million to 200 million, depending on the category you want to operate in. And we also have to see your financial standing to make sure if people play on your platform, you'll be able to pay winnings.
Okay.
And one of the things that we do in that sense is to get surety bond from your organization. Depending on a minimum of 100 million surety bond.
Surety bond.
Yes.
From the organization. So that would be with. Okay, yeah. That would be
in favor of the Lagos State Lottery.
Okay.
So if somebody reports you now, for example, or reports your company that they have won and we can prove it, and if you are able to pay, we can cash that bond to pay that person.
Okay. Now, before we even get into details of this, there is another aspect of gaming that a lot of people do not understand. There are talks that if you want to do maybe a game show where people need to guess a number or win something on air, on TV or radio, you need to speak to the lotteries.
Yeah, that category is usually called promotional draws.
Okay.
And that's why I mentioned initially that people waste their money or waste their time and their resources in expectation of monetary or price outcome.
Okay.
So whatever you have promised, you want people to deliver. And that's why we require permits and surety bond.
Okay. Now, when you look at Lagos, for example, and you talk about gaming, how risk-free is it? Because many Nigerians who are now getting interested in gaming, they go out there, they want to game, and they lose money. How risk-free is it?
The risk you have to know. In business, there's what is called calculated risk. So the outcome is determined by the final results.
Okay.
So it's just, I can compare it to, like, if you want to invest money in stock market, no company will give you a guaranteed return.
Okay.
It depends on the market.
Okay.
The same way when you wage on sport betting, nobody can guarantee you that, maybe Liverpool is going to beat Man City or vice versa. So it's a game of chance, but you have to calculate you have to mitigate your risk. That how much can I afford to lose? That's where the control is.
Okay. Now, when you look at a place like Lagos, are there illegal gaming organizations?
There are some that we discover, and that's why we have monitoring and enforcement team. Some will get a licensing, for example, Ebonyi State, and try to operate in Lagos. So and we know how to enforce that, we know how to investigate that. And we'll find some of those. Others will be in the category of slot machine, like what they call game parlor in the UK, where you go in and play slot machine. So some hide in some remote areas. So we also have a way of sending our enforcement team out to go and comb the area to see what we can find.
Okay.
And after that, we'll take action.
Now, when you come to Lagos and maybe what do you call people that game? Is it a gamer or
Punters.
Punters?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm a punter, and how do I identify a gaming company that is legal and separate from one that is not legal?
So usually on our website you see list of illegal operators.
Illegal operators.
And occasionally on a quarterly basis, which we're trying to improve, make on a monthly basis now, we advertise or publicize list of illegal operators in the national newspaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So from going on your website, so it means that anybody that wants to game in Nigeria right now, in Lagos, for example, the safest thing or the first thing you should do before you approach any company is to find out if they are legal
Yes.
or they are illegal.
Yes.
And you can do that by going on your website.
Yes. Because if you stick with an illegal operators, let's say you win, there's no way you can, if they refuse to pay you, there's no way you can go after them if they're not registered with us.
But is that a crime?
It's a crime.
And
under our law, 2021 law, Lagos State Lottery and Gaming Law 2021, it is a criminal offense to operate without license and or permit.
And what is the punishment for that?
It varies depending on the level of crime that is committed. Maybe somebody weighs 100 naira, so the weight of the crime will determine the fine and penalties.
Yeah. All right. So as it stands now, when lottery goes wrong, I've just gamed a punter, and it's gone wrong. The company is refusing to pay me my money. At what point do I escalate it to you?
At the point you realize that you are being scammed or you are being deceived, so you report to us immediately and we'll take it up from there.
And
Because if you look at our slogan, we regulate, we promote, and we protect. So we also punters protectors.
Hmm. So, I mean, how do I reach out to you that this has gone wrong?
We have our Twitter handle, which is X now. We have Facebook handle, we have Instagram, we have phone number, and we have email address. So if you contact us, I can guarantee you within 24 hours somebody's going to contact you.
Within,
24
it's
hours.
that coordinated. Within
Yes.
24 hours, you
Within
contact.
24 hours, yes.
How many such
Because
complaints?
for example, when you send email,
Yes.
all departmental heads will receive that email, and then the enforcement people will receive that email. I myself will receive the email. So one of us must be able to pick it up within 8 hours and then escalate.
Hmm. How many of such complaints do you get on a daily basis, weekly or monthly basis?
Funny enough, most Lagos residents do not have such problem, but we do get complaints from outside of Lagos State, and we also help them.
Oh.
Most of our complaints are outside of Lagos State.
How does that, I mean, you are regulating Lagos activities, so how do you, interact with those from outside Lagos?
Because sometimes the operator in question may be one of our licensee, and so we have obligation to protect that.
Even if it's outside Lagos?
Yes.
So part of the bond they've paid, you are able to take from
No,
there?
we may not be able to prosecute that case if the punter is outside of Lagos, but we can use moral suasion to talk to the operator because they are operating Lagos.
Okay.
But in terms of going after them criminally or through legal means, because the offense was not committed in Lagos.
Yeah. But how are you able to trace the location of some of these crimes? Because when it comes to gaming right now, it's gone beyond the physical location. Some do it online. So for someone who does it online,
we have a technology, geofencing tracking. So there are technologies in place to know where the transaction was consummated.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means a punter is completely protected.
Yes, because let's assume you use your phone number. Your phone, your phone device. Your phone is connected to a communication tower at that particular point in time. So the technology can tell you that this as so 10 a.m., 10:15 a.m. this phone was communicating through a particular tower in Ishagam, in Abuja or whatever. So it's as simple as that.
Okay, so it means that even if I'm not a resident of Lagos, but I came to Lagos and I played that game in Lagos, and I go back to my Ibadan or Igbo or anywhere I come from, you still have that obligation to ensure I get.
Actually, that particular transaction, if you're in Lagos, the communication tower is in Lagos. That means the transaction was consummated in Lagos. So that will be our full responsibility.
So it's not about where you reside. So that means even if I'm in
Lagos, where the transaction
took
was consummated.
Okay.
Because in our law, there's what is called state customer. So even though if you are passing by, if you live in Anambra State, for example, and you just get out of Murtala Mohammed Airport and you are going to Anambra by road. So along the way, you are somewhere around Ikeja and you consummate a transaction on an operator system, your phone will pick an IP address from a communication tower in Ikeja. So that means you are the state customer. That transaction was consummated in Lagos.
Okay, and you're protected automatically.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know if you want to address this, but how many states in Lagos have such laws protecting lottery?
You mean how many states in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, sorry, Nigeria.
Yeah, it's increasing by the day, but I think about 14 states now has a law in place. Oyo State, Enugu, Imo State, Edo is in the process, Bayelsa in the process. And about 14 states has a domicile law.
Right. And with the increase of this, is it should Nigerians be bothered? Because a lot of people are saying we're focusing too much on this lottery and gaming is becoming a canker everywhere you go. Guys are losing their attention and interest in working. Should that be a bother for us in Nigeria and in Lagos?
You see, if you want to be accurate, and this is not to uh, take a position, if you compare alcohol addiction, gambling addiction, and drug addiction, gambling is far, far, far away.
From drug and alcohol addiction.
Far, far away. Far, far away. So, it may appear so because you see money and stuff like that, because the figure of the amount of ticket that's being purchased, and a lot of time the winners doesn't want their winnings to be announced. So you think the operator is taking all the money. But one thing I'll tell you, if people are not winning, they won't play it.
So a lot of people are winning.
Yeah, if people are not winning, they will not play it. Because if you have nobody, you have not seen anybody at any particular point in time. So what's the incentive for you to play?
But is it not? It's increasing by the day. The interest in it.
Of course.
Is that not a worry, or we are not at that stage yet?
But you have to understand, gaming is a form of entertainment. 100% should be entertainment. It's not something you have to gamble because you expect some consistent income from. No, that is a no-no. It's for entertainment. And just like in anything, some people abuse it. Just in anything, any habit or any source of enjoyment, people abuse it. You have people that go to club almost every day. There are people that drink almost every day. So, but it's strictly supposed to be for entertainment. And then the issue is that the reason why it's increasing is that every sporting nation will find themselves in this instance. We are a football-loving nation. We love tennis. We love basketball. So it comes with it. It comes with it. In any country where they love sport, betting against those sports is entrenched.
All right. Now, as we begin to wind up because of your time, thank you so much for the time, though. When you look at figures, what are the figures around lottery like?
You mean figure? I need
the winnings. What has been the largest amount that has been won in Lagos?
It varies. You see people are 140. I don't want to say that because you seem as if I'm promoting it or promoting a particular company. But I can tell you categorically that not less than 40% of the amount that is taken is won back. Not less than 40%? Yes.
And when we talk about amount that we stake, does it run into hundreds of millions or billions?
It depends. We have so many operators, and it depends on are you playing sport betting, is it casino, is it online, virtual gaming, or it all depends. It all depends. The people that can give you accurate figure, probably the banks or the financial statement of the operators.
But you are a regulator. You know what's happening in the field.
The issue is I don't want people to convince regulation with revenue, because we just regulate, we charge for permits, license and stuff. But the business itself, they are the only one that can tell you this is how much we're making or this is how much we're paying.
Okay. So if you don't want to talk about figures, that's financial figures. Maybe we can do it like the communications, NCC. So let's talk about data around voting. How many punters approximately do we have in Lagos on a daily basis, weekly or monthly?
I've seen some report that they said about 53% of our population stake
in Lagos.
I mean, generally in majorly Lagos, majorly
That would
Lagos.
mean that both adults, young and old,
And
male and
if you look at
female.
that 53%, you can compare with the population of the youth between 18 and 45 or 18 and 55. That is a bracket. So if you look at that, so you correlate with that population, people who are into sports, premiership, boxing, virtual game, you may not imagine how many Nigerians that travel or watches Formula One now. So each sport is also part of it. So we're a sport loving nation and we have huge youth population. So you can't escape it.
All right, it's been an exciting time getting to understand a bit more about lotteries and to see what you do, so that Nigerians themselves can learn one or two more things about gaming. Thank you so much, Mr. Bashir Ali, for your time today, and we know that you have a busy schedule.
Thank you.
That's how we got to cut in on Lagos Weekly today. We're taking you to lotteries, letting you know what's happening. It's been regulated. Again, Lagos takes the lead. My name is Elu Akari, signing out.